Welcome back to Angie P TV. Hey everyone, welcome back to Angie P TV. Today I have the skin goddess with me herself, Stephenie Pittman. How are you?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for being here. We've grown a relationship.
I know. I'm so happy to be here. Like, I've been wanting to sit with you since I've heard about you, honestly. So it's like another thing off my vision board.
Oh,
that
makes me so happy.
Because it definitely was on there. So I'm excited.
Oh my gosh, I just love you. You were like such a honey bun of a person.
Girl.
Like every time I see your face, like if you go, I mean anybody who knows you, they can go onto your Facebook, I don't know if you have an Instagram or not, but
I'm not trending. I'm like a grandma when it comes to Instagram. I'm just getting TikTok, but yeah, Instagram, it's gonna take some more work.
Every time you post a picture of yourself, the comments are just like, "Oh my
gosh, my support system is everything." I couldn't do it without them. I really couldn't. My support system is on 100. So you need some support systems, you gotta get with mine, okay? They will hype you up,
period,
support you, encourage you, everything. I'm truly grateful for my tribe.
Oh, that's so sweet. A little shout out.
Yes.
So
shout out.
Stephenie is the founder of Skindulge by Steph, her own skincare line. And you created this because of your experience with eczema.
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we sure can. So I started my business because I suffered with eczema starting at 6 months old. And I went through it with elementary school, middle school, high school, up until I was like 20, 21 years old. So while I was going through all of that, especially like my high school age years, I wanted to be able to help those that are still suffering with eczema. And I didn't know at the time how I wanted to. At first, I thought I was going to be like this fashion designer that came out with an exclusive brand only for people with eczema. That did not work out. That did not work out. But as I got older, I started making these little concoctions because I was still suffering with eczema up until my really early 20s, like 20, 21. So I started making these little concoctions because I was still flaring up really, really badly in high school. Like, it was terrible. But after I was in the military, it was also flaring up. And like 2020 came, and you know, everybody broke out with their businesses, and it kind of dawned on me, like, you have so much experience, you have so much knowledge, why not start a skincare brand for, you know, people that have been through the same thing as you? And boom, here we are.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, 3 years later, and
yes.
Kind of what does this journey look like for you? I know there's been some highs, there's been some lows.
Some highs, some lows, sleepless nights, a bunch of imposter syndrome, doubting myself, but it's also been beautiful. It's literally been like an up and down roller coaster every day. And the most rewarding thing of it all is helping people. When I get those text messages or those shout outs telling me, "Oh, you helped heal my child's skin," or "Oh, you really helped me with my skin," it just reminds me, like, it keeps going. It's like they're the water that goes in my full picture, and they always keep me full.
Oh,
yes.
That's so sweet.
I could not do it without them. Like, they are my reasons why. They really are.
So when have you talked about imposter syndrome, which I know, like, so many people, especially if you start your own business. I mean, you don't even have to start your own business to feel imposter syndrome. You could literally be going through, you could be, you know, anything, moving, you could usually it's any big change in life. That's when it really
when you take that chance on yourself, honestly. And that's like the clear way for the devil to show up in your life. Also, imposter syndrome, like, literally I went through it again this week, and it was me, like, because sometimes I revel with comparing myself to other people when it comes to my business, because you have big, huge brands that are, like, you know, really out there. And with me, I struggle with that because I think I could save everybody that has eczema, and I had to realize that's not my calling. You know, I can't save each and everybody. So this week I literally was like going back and forth. Do I post a status that like every day on my business page? I post statuses of, the first one is usually like words of affirmations for them to recite every day. So I was just going back and forth, like, should I post it? Should I not post it? Should I post it? Should I not post it? And literally that whole day I did not post it. The next day I actually posted it, and I had like 3 of my followers, my friends, and I say friends because I don't like to really say customers, because literally my customers have turned into my friends. And they commented telling me, I look forward to these every single day and they've helped me so much. So I'm like, why did I do that to myself? Why did I self-sabotage? Why was I going through imposter syndrome when I think today we're so focused on seeing those numbers, like numbers, reactions to statuses, when if you can help one person, you've done it.
Yeah.
You've really done it.
And something I've had to learn with starting my business has been, you are not for everybody.
Yes.
And that's okay.
Yes.
And you have to be okay with that. Yep. Because it's like, the people at the end of the day, like, I mean, I've seen so many people, even just before this interview, there's a lady next door who does eyebrows, and she was swearing by your products. Was, like, literally was like, I need to go buy some more products from her. And, like, that in itself, like, your work speaks for itself. You don't, I mean, yes, marketing and stuff is still important, but regardless of the marketing that you do, there's always going to be haters. There's always going to be people out there that are, you know, doubters. So you just have to really hone in on the people that are for you. And I think that you are working on that.
Yes, I really am. Like, I have so many people that I don't even recognize them most of the times whenever they come at me at pop-ups, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know I encountered you before. That's what I'm thinking of in my head, because of course I don't want to say it out loud, but I'm like, I didn't even know like we encountered each other before, and I touched you on that level. And to me, that means everything to me, because like I have so much support, and I have all these people that truly love me and stand beside my product. That's what I wanted. That's what I always dreamed of. And it just comes as like a full circle moment, like when you really sit back, like, wow, I did that. You know? I really did that. And like, too, because I feel like I'm the person that I needed when I was younger. I didn't have that person that had these products that would help me, because I went through so many products, so many oral medications, topical medications, and it didn't work. So now that I'm able to do that for younger kids, older kids, teenagers, older people, it's just a full circle moment.
Yeah. Do you have a cosmetology background? Like, kind of how did you get to whipping it up in the kitchen?
I watched so many different YouTube channels. And it was a lot of trial and error. Because when I first started, it wasn't this silky, velvety texture that y'all love now. It started off being hard, or it'll be soft at first, and then I go back the next morning and it's rock solid hard. Like, when I first started, I even had a customer that was like, yeah, they're just so hard, I could barely scrape it, or I could barely put it on my hands. And I'm like, okay, let me go back to the books. Let me do some more research. And like, what a lot of people don't realize is they think it's just a bunch of, you know, butters and oils and anybody can do it. But it takes a lot of learning, a lot of trial and error, a lot of different products. Learn, okay, this oil goes great with this butter. And a lot of me, I took so many notes. Like, I recorded everything. All right, this didn't work, let me try something else. All right, this did work. Boom.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a lot of dedication. Yes.
That's good. I mean, I feel like that's what any person who's passionate about what they do would do. And you talked about healing your inner child a little bit through your work. And I mean, anybody who's watched the show knows that we do talk about healing a lot.
It's a big portion.
And I think it's important that you talked about that, because being that person that you need, like, you know, that little you would be so proud.
Yeah. And I wish I could hug little Steph. And I nurture her all the time. Like, listen, I watch Disney Plus every day. And that's a form of me nurturing her also, because as a child, I remember my mom, my dad putting on Disney all the time. And we had, you know, a little old 90s baby. And we had the, like, you know, VCR cassette tape.
I know you ain't calling 90s babies old right now.
We're about to hit 30 soon.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You know, for the younger watchers that don't know, they only know about Netflix and Hulu. But yeah, we my mom and my dad would put them on me for me to watch, because at night is when my eczema, and a lot of people could probably relate to this, like, that's when eczema is its worst at night, because you're not busy doing anything, you're not actively doing anything. So I would just scratch and scratch, and they would put those movies, those shows on for me, and I would calm down. My mom, she had like this cassette player for me, like, again, old school, the CD players that you would carry around, like the circle ones, and she had Mary Had a Little Lamb on there, and that song would always calm me down. So it's like I take some of the things that I went through back then, and I've seen that how they would nurture me, how my parents would nurture me, and I still do it to this day.
Did having eczema, like, throughout your childhood, do you think that that had any, like, psychological effects on you? Because it sounds like a lot of anxiety there.
A lot of anxiety. And that's another thing where eczema stems from, stress. Even up until now today, if I'm not careful with my stress, you know, really practicing self-care, I have that flare up. Now today it only comes in one area, but back then it would be like neck to feet down.
Wow.
So yeah, stress is I always tell people that's a big thing for eczema, especially like adolescent, teenagers, people our age. It'll really show. And I think I did go through trauma experiencing eczema, especially when I was younger, because I got robbed of that childhood. I wasn't able to play during playground time as a kid, you know, in school, because I couldn't be in the dirt, because the dirt irritates eczema. Sweating, that's another thing that causes eczema to flare up. So I would be, you know, having to sit on the sidewalk watching the kids play, or do I just go play and I gotta suffer the consequences later. Couldn't go to water parks really, even though I went to them. It would be a lot trying to, you know, get in the water pool because it's full of chlorine. Chlorine back then, it really irritated my skin. So much chlorine that they put in those water parks. So I got robbed of a childhood, essentially.
Yeah.
And that's very traumatic, because even though I can't go back there, now I'm still healing that inner child, doing things that I couldn't do back then.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Of course. I'm literally like an open book.
I want to talk to you about, because you said that around 6 months old you got diagnosed with eczema. So that was your parents taking you, being like, what is wrong with my baby?
Exactly. Like, I remember to this day, like, being taken to the ER all types of nights, all in the morning, waiting. My parents just, like, you know, wanting an answer, because I was the first child in the family to deal with that on my mother's side and on my father's side. So I was like this guinea pig baby, like, you know, what's going on with my child? We just want help for my child. And, you know, the doctor saying, oh, there's nothing we can really do. We could give her this medication. That medication doesn't work. So, yeah, just really disappointing. And I got a lot from doctors. I still remember to this day, so many doctors telling me, oh, you'll never get better. You'll never heal. You're going to have this forever. And as you can see, so if you're watching, just know I'm able to do that for myself and other people now.
Now I'm going to ask you a question that I'm sure everybody wants to know.
Yes.
How do you get your skin so glowy?
So, lots and lots and lots of water and fruit first and foremost.
I need the routine.
Yes. Okay, so I use the whole Turmeric Glow collection line. That's literally all I use on my skin. I use the turmeric soap every morning and night. After I use the soap, then I'm going to use the Turmeric Glow scrub. After the scrub, then I put on the serum. And we're good to go. Wow. Just like that.
So what you're saying is I need to add to cart today.
Today.
That's what I'm hearing.
Like, it should have been in there yesterday.
It should have been in there yesterday. Last week. 2 months ago.
Yes, exactly. But I literally, because I'm a big person of, like, you got to be the face of the brand. So you got to do it. And I literally only use my products. Another thing, though. I believe in estheticians. You need a esthetician. If I don't do anything else for myself every month, I'm going to get a facial. Okay. Shout out to my esthetician, Shakinya. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I need to follow what you're doing. Thing is, I'm broke.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because.
But
trust me, girl.
I want facials every month in spirit. You know, I'm rich in spirit. That's what matters, guys.
Being a service person, people are looking for trades all the time.
That's true. That's true. Estheticians hit me up.
You better awaken that, because I'm quick to be like, hey, you want to trade for somebody better? Okay. Like, literally. And oh my god, I'm a big person on self-care. So facials and massages every month.
Good for you.
Girl, every month. Because, like, I barely sleep, so I'm lacking in that department due to insomnia and nightmares. So I gotta make it up somewhere else. Okay, yes. Well, definitely.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Of course.
I appreciate you.
I'm so happy. Like, I'm literally so happy. Like, I know it's been a long time coming, but I'm so happy.
I appreciate your time. I appreciate you coming down here to see me. Drop your socials so that people can follow you.
Okay, so follow me on TikTok. It's Skindulge by Steph. That's SKINDULGEBYSTEPH. Skindulge by Steph. Same thing on Facebook. Skindulge by Steph. I'm gonna get y'all with Instagram sometime this year. I don't know when, but I'm going to get on there, okay? But Facebook and TikTok, follow me on there.
And then you have a website as well.
Yes, my website is skindulgebystephllc.com. Yes.
I just adore you.
Yes, and I'm in 2 stores also here in Clarksville. You can find me at the Wildflower Bake Shop on Lowe's Drive, also at Mocha's and Minnie's on Tinytown. So,
okay, period.
Come see it.
Thank you so much for being here. Yes, thank you guys for watching. And make sure you go follow Stephenie on all of her socials. And it will also be linked in the description below. So if you didn't catch these little graphics that are coming up, then look in the description. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!